The Steam Machine has been announced and people are already marketing it as a console killer, but is it really? And more importantly, is that what Valve even wants it to be? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video, and the reason for that is because I'm seeing it being posted everywhere, and I think it's actually very misleading. While the Steam Machine certainly is a more easy to access PC, it's exactly that, still a PC. And that means you can expect the pros and cons of PC gaming to show up. And in this specific case, there's definitely going to be some room for improvement when it comes to game availability. Take Battlefield 6, one of this year's biggest releases. It doesn't currently run on the Steam Deck and Steam OS due to EA's proprietary Javelin anti-cheat software. It's a kernel-level program that doesn't work on Linux, and while that is the case, Steam has said they're hoping that this starts a conversation about kernel-level software anti-cheat. Now, don't get me wrong, this by no means is a deal breaker. I myself cannot wait to get my hands on a Steam Machine, and I cannot wait to keep talking about it. But stuff like this can definitely hurt the idea of it being a console competitor. And it genuinely shocks me just how many articles and how many YouTubers are really jumping at the chance of saying that this is gonna kill PlayStation or Xbox. PlayStation's proven to be successful on its own, despite even a lackluster lineup in my opinion. And while Xbox as a company is definitely undergoing some changes, it seems like their next generation device is going to be something very similar to a Steam Machine. But I think my biggest point to get across here is that it seems like Valve themselves don't really plan on it being any sort of mass-produced item. If that were the case, they wouldn't be selling it through the same channels they currently sell the Steam Deck at. To get a Steam Machine, you're gonna have to pre-order it via Steam or Komodo depending on your region. That means you won't be able to walk into your local Walmart, Best Buy, or GameStop to pick one up. You also won't be able to order one through Amazon. Those are absolutely massive channels of sales, and that's the best way to reach your customer by making your product widely available. And while sure, you could argue that right now anyone can make a Steam account and buy a Steam Deck, that wasn't the case at the start. These things sold out, and I have a feeling the Steam Machines will too. And despite the massive success that I think the Steam Deck is, I have to myself, I love the thing, but it's certainly not moving the amount of numbers that it needs to compare to PlayStation, Nintendo, or even Xbox. Its total sales as of February 2025, 3 years after its initial release, was 4 million units. A very respectable number, don't get me wrong, but definitely not comparable. And frankly speaking, it doesn't need to compare. Way too many people are fixated on that. The Steam Machine is going to sell well, and it's going to sell to the same people who bought the Steam Deck, the people who are interested in getting into PC gaming, but most importantly, it's probably going to sell the most to people who already have a gaming PC, like myself and many others. Just yesterday, we had an article from thegamebusiness.com stating that 90% of Steam Deck owners are existing Steam players. And that makes perfect sense when you consider the fact that, once again, they're selling it through Steam to the same people who already have a ton of games in their library. Now, could this one day potentially compete with bigger players? Absolutely, once Valve cares to advertise it as such, and more importantly, sell it across various areas so they can sell it to everyone. And once again, I'm not trying to be negative about this, I just want to set expectations to where they should be. I'm extremely excited for this, and I hope it sells as many units as possible. Valve has done nothing but great things for consumers as end users, and I hope they continue to do so. I feel like the Steam Machine is going to be priced extremely well for us too. I mean, just look at the Steam Deck. Maybe not the most capable hardware, but definitely the most popular PC gaming handheld and one that's easily priced best. To me, there's no reason that this GameCube won't follow suit. That being said, I want to know what you think. Do you think Valve wants this to be a console competitor? Maybe you think I'm wrong? If so, that's alright. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear them. Anyways, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to not miss more like it. I'll be talking much more about the Steam Machine, the Steam Frame, and other Valve hardware real soon. For now though, this has been CruiserBase, hoping you have a great day, and until next time, take care.